I actually study 18th century European porcelain. That's my area of expertise. As much as I've been able to study it in the United States, it's very difficult. And porcelain was just sort of the material. If you had it, you had porcelain. Early Sèvres porcelain was, a lot of it looked like Meissen porcelain, because Meissen was the first company to make hard paste porcelain. So Sèvres was sort of imitating them at first. They were doing this sort of very white porcelains with flower sprays on it, and that was something that they did. They were doing very simple shapes at first. Sèvres was doing, because Meissen was doing very simple shapes because of the hard paste porcelain was a new material, and they didn't want to get too creative, so they were doing very sort of simple shapes for the market. But Jean-Claude Duplessis was he ran Sèvres in its earliest days, and he was a goldsmith. So he approaches everything from I'm making almost a piece of jewelry, I'm making a gorgeous object. And so I think a lot of Sèvres, certainly early Sèvres, is designed to be beautiful from every angle, to sit and be beautiful no matter what it's doing. Is it an egg coddler? Is it a potpourri vase? Is it a cup? It's meant to just be this decorative element and somehow enhance whatever space it's in. And I think that's the way he approached. At some point during, I would say, the 1760s, Sèvres just went wild and said, the crazier the better, trellis shapes on things and make things weird and make something look like a boat, make an egg coddler with a chicken on it. It was like, they just went crazy. And it was all, again, about entertaining your eye. My favorite piece is in the frick, actually. It's one of only 10 known to exist. And whenever when the guards and I talk and say, if there were a fire in here, what would you take? What would you grab? I say this piece. It's a ship in the Fragonard room, and there's another one at the Met, and it's made to contain potpourri. Again, to make your room beautiful, to make your room smell wonderful when you're facing Paris in August. I think the function was part of it, but there are a lot of 18th century porcelain is strictly decorative. A lot of mounted porcelain. It's just meant to sit on a mantle or a commode and look fantastic. The stuff that's meant to be used is beautiful. But that's what's so wonderful with the 18th century, is that everything had to be beautiful. Everything had to be, if you were a certain economic status, of course, or stratum, everything had to be gorgeous. You had to entertain the eye as well as the tongue, as well as the ear. Everything had to be entertained, and I love that about the 18th century. I don't know that they are keeping that alive. It's like you say, I don't think that the emphasis is on beauty. I think people are almost ashamed of beauty. They're almost embarrassed by it. I think because beauty requires some sort of confidence that a lot of people don't have today. I think beauty requires you to say, this is a gorgeous piece, and for someone to say, well, tell me about it. I think a lot of people don't want to be able to have to tell you about it, so it's that thing. No explanation is necessary. And I think that that's sort of the shortcut that Americans certainly have taken in terms of objects and the way we appoint our homes these days.